Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled Your Presence is Necessary. So yesterday I went shopping with my mom and my daughter. And so usually like when I go grocery shopping, my mom stays in the car with Vea and I go shopping and that's that. Well, yesterday I went shopping. And I came back, and Yavea, my daughter, was in full tears. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like she gets fussy sometimes when I'm not around, but not like really like in full tears like that. And so, my mom was trying to comfort her and everything. And I got in the car, everything was fine. But then I had to go and put the groceries in my house because it would have been like a disaster if I would have dropped off my mom first and then tried to do all of that. And so either way, I came to the house, I dropped the stuff off and all the other stuff. And I came back to the car and Yavea was in full tears. And I mean like crying snot and everything because I wasn't in the car. And I was like, man, I would hate if something really happened to me that, she didn't see me or something like that. Like, I couldn't imagine how my daughter would be. And, like, it was so bad. Like, I was like, you know what? Leaving right now is not an option. I went to the back. I gave her comfort and all that other stuff. But once again, I said that to say that even for you, someone who may be going through the thoughts of suicide or feeling as though that you're not needed on this earth. I have been there too. I've had a story, it was years ago. I had a suicide attempt type of thing. My life wasn't going good at all, or I just didn't know where I was going. I got off the phone with someone that it wasn't the best conversation that I had, and it made me feel like everything that was going on just made me feel like I was better off not being here. And so what ended up happening was I had like this whole knife set at my house, and I was going over to the set, and I was like in tears as well. But at the end of the day, I was going over to the set, and I knew I was going to hurt myself, and whatever was going to happen, I wasn't going to be here anymore. And I kept hearing a voice that kept saying, don't do it, don't do it. And by the grace of God, I didn't do it. But I said that because I know how it is. I know how it feels when you feel like your life isn't going anywhere. You don't know where, just basically everything is upside down. But it brings me back to the story like with my daughter. Even though you might feel as though that you would rather not be on this earth anymore, there is someone that loves you so much, whether they show it or not, that if you passed away, they would be crushed on the inside. They wouldn't be able to make it. And then it is a whole spiral effect. There is a hole in them and hole in other people that's missing because your presence isn't here. Please realize that your presence is necessary. Whether people tell you every day or not, you have to know that for yourself. This was like in 2011, I believe, because I just graduated college. And so at the end of the day, it was like a month after I graduated college, a month or two after I graduated college. So if that would have happened, you guys would have never heard of me because there was no Worthyworthitpriceless at that time. And so, like I said, I said it before, but either way, people are attached to your yes. There's people that I hear from now that are blessed from the podcast and everything like that, but they would never heard of me had I killed myself almost 10 years ago or whatever. So that is the whole thing. Your presence is necessary. God did not make you just for you not to be prosperous or just not for you to be nothing on this earth. God doesn't waste his time on mess or trash or anything. So you have value. You have worth. Even though your life may not look like it right now, it may not reflect it. Every moment or everything that you're going through is not going to reflect it. But if you keep on living, God will get you right to where you need to be. Like I said, 10 years, almost 10 years ago, I didn't have Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless. I had possibly an idea of doing something like this, but I did not have this. But as I kept going, God kept revealing things. So God is changing things. He's changing atmospheres. But you'll never get there if you give up right now. Now is not the time to give up. I know it's hard. We're all facing the same adversities. It's just they have different names on them. But we're all facing the same thing right now, especially with this pandemic. Now is not the time to give up. You're stronger than that, even if you don't feel it. Your help comes from God. It's okay. It's going to work out for you, but you cannot give up in the middle of the season. You're almost there. Even though you can't see it or anything, God hears you. Your cries are not in vain. What you've been through was not in vain. And I know you're like, well, Tammy, you don't know what happened to me. I have stories too. I have stories. But God seen me through every single one of them. And now I'm here to hopefully try to be an inspiration to you. It's not over for you. Give yourself a chance. Let's not do it our way. Let's not look at ourselves the way that we see ourselves. Let's change our perspective. Because there is something greater on the other side for us. I know you can't see it, but a small part of you actually feels it. So start believing in that small part and take it day by day. And why not say, you know what, I'm not going to give up on myself today. Anytime that you might feel like it's over for you, say to yourself, I'm not going to give up on myself. It doesn't matter if everybody else is giving up on you. Oh, well. But you always know that as soon as everything starts turning around and everybody starts coming back. So we're not worried about the people who have left, who gave up on us, who talked about us, all that stuff. They are not in our view right now. It's about us and God. Your presence is necessary. You are put on this earth for a reason. You may not know it right now. You don't know how. But ask God to reveal it for you. So you will have a goal in mind, or you'll have a different perspective, something to work towards. But no matter what you've been through, God will use it for your good. It's not the end of your story. You woke up this morning. That means you still have a purpose. You still have something that God needs for you to do. See it through. Everything will work out for you, whether you see it or not right now. Know, as always, that you have worth, you have value, you have purpose. You are worthy, worth it, and priceless. And until next time, really quick, I wanted to also thank you all. I just looked at the stats and everything. By the grace of God, Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless, well, this podcast basically has had 10,000 downloads or plays. So I wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for that. Thank you for your love and support and everything. Thank you for supporting the podcast. And as always, I love you guys. And until next time, bye.